we are talking about energetic boundaries. I know that a lot of women in my world really struggle with boundaries. I used to struggle with this too. I went through these different phases. At first, it was this phase of like, how would people not know that these are the social rules and that you don't overstep them? Like everyone should just know not to take too much, impose on someone. You know what I mean? Like it was like, they should just know because I know, they should know. And then I went to this other stage of learning what boundaries were, and they were usually taught with like stating them a certain way, having conversations, and I don't know about you, but that never worked in my life. I either came out of that conversation feeling guilty, having agreed to do more. This was like my people-pleasing, fawning era. Or the other person's like crying and throwing the whole thing at me, and I'm like, that did not go as intended. It wasn't until I started my inner work and things started really just shifting within me that I started seeing that people now were more likely to honor my boundaries. Not everyone, but more people, because of the way that I was existing in them, because of the way that I was wearing those boundaries inside of me. And because they were coming from inside of me, I didn't have to really armor up to protect my heart or myself. So I'm gonna give you 3 types of people that energetically might be breaking your boundaries, or you could receive it that way. The first type of people are people who are inspired by you. People who are inspired by you, they want what you have, and they know that they have the ability to achieve that, but sometimes they forget. And so I'll give you guys like 3 ways to overcome this as well. So let me just go by them. So number 1 is people that are inspired by you. Number 2, people triggered by you. And the people that are inspired by you, they want to be more like you. They want to have what you have. People that are triggered by you, they want to bring you down. Because unlike the people that are inspired that see their own power and they see your power, the people that are triggered, they see your power, but they don't feel powerful. They see themselves as victims, as vulnerable, as someone that can be taken advantage of. It's a place of like, I'm down here, you're up here, right? So the only thing these people can do is bring you down because they don't see that they can come to your level. So what are the options? I'm triggered by you, I'm gonna bring you down to my level. Number 3 is people who want to be saved by you. Now, these are people that see your power, don't see their own power, but they realize, hey, bringing you down is not gonna serve me. What's gonna serve me is if I just climb up your back and you can just carry me there. Voila, we all get to win. So when you are in your power and you see everyone as capable and you see everyone as powerful, this can be very confusing when you encounter any 3 types of these people, any one of these, even the people inspired by you. If you don't have the capacity to be able to take that admiration and hold it, you can feel energetically bogged down. You guys remember in my evil eye video, I talked about how people can accidentally put an admiration evil eye as well. They mean well, but they admire you so bad that it actually ends up turning into a curse. And that can feel very heavy in your energetic body, okay? So the number 1 thing you're going to need to do, I'm gonna give you 3 specifics for each type of these people, but the number 1 thing, regardless of what type of person is showing up, you're going to have to make your nervous system stronger. You're just going to have to. You cannot skip that part, because I know that you're a woman destined for amazing things. Women or a man, I know men deal with this too, right? You have big goals for your life. You're self-led. You want a beautiful full life experience. Well, guess what? You can't do that hiding. I tried, trust me, it doesn't work. People will find you and they'll see what you have. Even when I went through that era where I used to like downplay what I have, hide what I have, tell people negative things because I didn't want to ruffle any feathers and I didn't want them to feel jealous, even then they saw it. So you can't hide it. You can't hide your entire life. So you're going to have to learn to hold that within you. You're going to have to learn to hold hate, people casting that evil eye, that envy. You're going to have to learn to hold jealousy in your nervous system. you're going to need to learn to hold admiration. And if you can't even take a compliment right now without going into this old dress, I didn't wash my hair for a week, you're not going to be able to hold the admiration eye. And so that's where I recommend you start. In my 3-week nervous system reboot, I have an entire lesson on true power versus circumstantial power. You have true power in you. You need to expand the capacity to hold it. Otherwise, you're going to have to isolate yourself and live like in a little cave, because people will see you and they will be triggered and they will want what you have and they want you to carry them on their, like all the things, okay? So like do yourself a favor and just do that in a work, because like, trust me, you'll save yourself in a lot of heartache, okay? So now let's talk about, well, what do we do if the people that are inspired by you are pulling on your energy and you don't really have the energetic boundaries in place, okay? And you're working on the nervous system stuff, but like, what can you do real quick? So what you wanna do is, you can use my cord cutting exercise as a tool. I'll link it in the description box. It's also in my journal, the Contained in Love journal. And you want to imagine yourself unplugging their energy from yours and plugging it back to them. The good thing with people that are inspired by you is they do know their power. They do know their power. Sometimes they forget it, or sometimes they're in a state of urgency to have it and they want to like skip steps. But like, you're like, hey, I went through this, this, and this, and I did all of this, and they really just want it so bad. And I get that. Like, you know, I'm an impatient person, like I get it. But you want to unplug their energy from yours and you want to plug it back into theirs. Like that will be great for your system, because you won't feel like tired or pulled down. The other thing with the people that are number 2 type, the ones that are triggered and want to pull you down, girl, don't even give them time of day. They're not doing anything with their lives. They're wasting their time focused on you, and they cannot bring you down without your permission. They really can't. Literally from where you're at, they're like ants on the ground. They're so far away. That's why they're trying to fill that delta by bringing you down. Do not let them waste your time. People with power, we already know what time is worth. We already know what our energy is worth. So your time, your energy, that's what makes you the millions, honey. That's what gets all these people wanting to be like you. So do not waste time, even 1 second of it. Number 3. So these are the people that want to be saved by you. So these are people that see your power, but they see themselves as incapable. What you don't want to do is see them as incapable and then go and save them. And here's a saying that like I really stand by and has changed everything for me. Okay, this just like came to me one day. Encourage their growth, don't enable their demise. They have power. Everyone has power. Some people just haven't activated it. And they think that the shortcut to that is to get on your back, right? But like, you've got your own stuff to do. You've got powerful places to be, money to be made, love to be had, families to create. Like, you're not here trying to carry someone on your back when they are capable. And I think the number 1 mistake you can make is not see them as capable. So stop like trying to carry them. I know a lot of successful people have guilt and then they're like, oh, well, let me, but what you're doing is you're enabling them. Don't do it. I saw from my mom's life, she enabled so many people. She thought that they could not survive without her. She's dead and they're still living, okay? Like they're doing fine. They managed to keep themselves alive, even though she burned herself, put herself on fire to give to them. So don't be like Sheena, learn from her mistakes and don't do that. I've got 2 offers for you. One is about energetic boundaries and the other one is expiring. So let me show you guys real quick on my computer. Okay, so I have 2 offers currently that I want to bring your attention to. For those of you guys that are like, I have my feminine energetics down, like I'm good with my energy. I just need a strategy, like a masculine structure that can help me make more money from my social media business, then this is the offer for you. So my profit from every post social media monetization plan is going to give you that like masculine strategy and structure. Sometimes what can happen is we can go so far down the energetics rabbit hole that we forget that energetics is supposed to enhance a strategy, right? If you don't have a strategy, you can have the right energy, but you're still not going to get the right results. Why? Because creating anything requires both the masculine and the feminine, right? Like you cannot make a baby without an egg and a sperm. It's the same thing. So this gives you the masculine structure. I've never done anything like this before. I've done a lot of business courses on the energetics, but I realized that some of you guys really need the strategy. So this is not going to replace things that are working for you. Like keep doing those, obviously. Like this is not about you feeling like, oh, well, what I'm doing is not working. No, this is like micro tweaks. This is refinement. This is something that you can look at and say, I wonder what it would feel like to take what Mina is saying in this lesson and test it out and see if that increases my sales, right? So it's a refinement. I don't want you to go in your head and start thinking like, oh, I'm doing everything wrong, because you're not doing everything wrong. Like your heart, your intuition is doing everything right. You just need to micro tweak little things because we're always learning and evolving. So take it as like a something that you can play with. Okay. So that's the first offer. And I'll put the links, both of them in the description, and I'll also put it in the first comment. So the material for this begins or becomes available. It's all recorded. There's no live sessions. It's like all ready for you to go. It opens up Monday, September 23rd. Okay, so that's why right now it's on a huge pre-order price. So you can kind of get it and get in the energy of it. And then Monday, all the content will become available. So that's what's happening here. And then the other offer that I have for you guys is something that I'm really excited about. A lot of you guys saw this offer on my website and already enrolled without even knowing what it was. So this is my course on duality, and I have the dates and everything, kind of like what we're doing in it. So I'm starting the official pre-order, even though some of you guys have already pre-ordered it. It's called the Duality Switch. And this is going to be my course on duality because, hey, if you are here to do big things, duality will happen. Like it's just how it is. So you're going to learn how to use both sides of reality to manifest money, love, and true power. And really, this is a course about your own true power and not losing that when the duality of life shows up. Okay, so this is on pre-order. And then what you will learn here is the somatics of duality and polarity as transmitted through the feminine and masculine energetics. In fact, let me show you this. I think this will be more helpful. This is the modules, or the lessons, I'm sorry. Lesson number 1 is the somatics of feminine and masculine polarities inside of you. And this is going to be a recorded lesson that you can access on October 10th. Lesson 2 is going to be the harmonics of abundance and scarcity at play. Believe it or not, in order to have massive wealth, you need to be able to learn to harness both scarcity and abundance in your life. I know we want to not have scarcity, but you need to be able to hold both. Because anytime you disown any one part, you know that never goes well. Like we've been doing our shadow work. We already know that, right? So you need to be able to make peace with scarcity because it does exist on the 3D realm. Number 3, playing within the field of chaos and calm. So I'm going to teach you how to work with both of these energies so that no matter what happens, your manifestations don't stop. And the truth is we stop our manifestations. They don't just stop, right? Because of the judgments that we give these states. Lesson 4 is the dark and light energies within us, which is one of my favorite topics to talk about. Lesson 5 is energetic boundaries. We're going to go deeper on what we touched on today in how to somatically program that in your body. And then lesson 6 and 7, I'm keeping open. These are going to be live calls, not recorded like the other ones. And in these calls, what I'll do is we'll show up on Zoom and we'll just let the lesson be a Q&A style where you have already taken the first 5 lessons and you can, see what you want me to deepen, and we can kind of go through those pathways. So this course will open on 10/10. There is a pre-order price, hugely discounted over what is going to be the price after when I officially start launching it. This is just a pre-launch. And then both the live calls will actually be announced on 10/10. Okay. I am having a huge test in the first week of October. So wish me luck and super excited. And so after that, it's like gonna be this huge energetic opening, and then I'm gonna know the dates. So I want to be in the best, highest vibe energy for you guys for that. And I know once I close that window of the test, it'll be a great time. So that's what I have for you guys today. Let me know your key takeaways and which of these two courses you're signing up for, or both. Sometimes we want D, all of the above. And oh, I quickly do want to mention that both of these courses are included in the university bundle as well as in Kainat. Okay. All right, loves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.